Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25 on Pallegney. Right, as you can see, we are just moving into the new month. We will just wait for the new month to start. There we go. And let's see what we've got come up in the shop. Oh, I so want that. Oh, there's so much stuff come up in the shop. Like, we're literally about to rent one of the, well, not that one in particular, but we're about to rent one, and that's only 56,000. That is, no, we need to try and get our hands on that. That is going to be awesome for our harvester. Right, nothing has come up in the shop that we want. Right, I was on the right menu. Do forgive me. I still getting used to these menus. Right, as you can see, we've got to rent a windrow. That's a bit bigger than that. No, that one's going to be the cheapest one to rent, so we're going to rent that. And while we're here, we will just rent a forage wagon. I think that's 16, that's 23. Let's try and rent that one if it's affordable. We can afford to rent that. It does leave us a little bit low on the money side of things. And let's get a little silage room. One little silage room will be more than enough. We will buy that. Right, so we have got everything we need in today's episode then, guys. Oop. Having a little accident there. But yeah, we've got everything we need for today's episode. We've already pre-rented it. I'd like to get these fields completely windrowed. Oh, my steering wheel's gone off again. It does that sometimes. It'll be so nice to get a new steering wheel. I just don't know what steering wheel to get, because this Logitech G923 does this every time I play Farm Sim. Right, so yeah, that is our plan today. We're going to go up to that field. We're going to get that field completely windrowed. And we're going to get it completely and utterly picked up in the forage wagon. And then we're going to obviously put it into our silage and get to make some silage. That is the plan for today's episode. We do have weeds grown in our field there. We are going to wait for the weeds. Maybe over the winter months we can spray the weeds. I think spraying the weeds is going to be a lot better than just like going in with a weeder. Because it's a little bit more costly to do, but we can buy a sprayer cheaper than we can buy an actual weeder. I know it does mean we have to use, but it also gives us a fertilizer as well. So the sprayer does become a 2-in-1 machine, which, you know, for our farm is very good indeed. Now, we do have some little bits of milk and things on the farm. It won't be a lot. We're probably less than 100 litres of milk. There's not really any point in selling the milk. That's another reason why I want the silage, so we can increase our milk output. So yeah, we've got 2 fields to go and windrow. We've got 2 fields to go and forage up. What we'll probably do is we'll probably just spend some time naturally and do the first field, and then we'll probably windrow and forage pick up in a bit of a time lapse, really. I think that's the easiest way to do it. But yeah, if anyone is wondering how I fixed the gates, if you click on my YouTube channel and you click on the community tabs where we have posts, it explains in that how to change the gate settings in the XML. It is only possible on PC, but you can make it so the gates do open without owning the land, basically. So yeah, if anyone is interested in that, it is a good thing to do. Like I say, we did have some issues in the last video, but yeah, I don't understand why gates aren't set to open no matter what, because, you know, contracts. But yeah, that, if you want to know how to change that, just look on the community tab. If you're still not sure what to do, guys, join the Discord. I will happily help you through it. You know, we can share a screen, I can show you what to do. I can even give you the line that you need to copy and paste, to be honest, if that really had to be done. But yeah, it's so easy to change. You just got to change the farm ID and the setting from true to false for ownership, and that is literally it. That will give you fully working gates on this map for future contracts, which I think is how it should have been to begin with. I'm not trying to diss the map maker here or anything. I just feel like, you know, you shouldn't be setting gates to own the fields when, you know, you're offering contracts on a map. But it's very, very easy to do. It took me about half an hour to figure out how to do it, but that's because I had to figure out how to do it. It's a long time since I've messed with an XML like that, but once I did it, it's like a 2-minute job. Definitely something I would recommend to anyone playing on this map to do. Just want to give a shout out as well to all the new subscribers and the new members lately, guys. I do massively appreciate it. We have hit 3 total YouTube memberships now. I do massively appreciate the support, guys. I really do. I never ask for it, but I do massively appreciate it. We might look at bringing the money from the memberships into our epidemic, so we can stop using the YouTube music library. Yeah, if anyone wonders why the music on our little time lapses is not the best, it is YouTube's music. It is completely free for us to use, and yeah, the other options are all paid, you see, and I only put into the streams and the videos the money we make from streams and the videos, so I will probably look at putting that money into some better quality music, just to try and boost the videos once again. But to be honest, some of the songs, some of the music on YouTube, it's a time lapse, guys. Some of it's only like 30 seconds. It's not really the end of the world sometimes. It's just I used to have Epidemic music, and I actually do like listening to Epidemic music sometimes, and that's kind of what we're going to put the channel income into, is, you know, going back to using monetized music and stuff, because it's just better. Like I say, it's not that YouTube's is terrible, it's just you get what you pay for at the end of the day. Right, this field is nearly done already. Look at this. I think this is the bigger field of the two, actually. Although, yeah, maybe now I've said that, I may be wrong. Maybe not the biggest field of the two for grass. Let's try not to run over the grass too much, because that's kind of a little bit unrealistic. There we go. Absolutely lovely. We are flying through this. This is probably the windrow we may need on our farm. Slightly bigger one, I suppose it depends. The things like windrows and bale wrappers are maybe something we can look at picking up second hand. Gotta be careful with the bale wrapper though, guys, because I do want to at some point go to square bales, and there is only one square bale wrapper, but there is technically two, but I don't want to make the sausage version. Flying through this field. I think I might have missed a little bit though at the very beginning of this row. We'll go around this way. There we go. Hopefully we can pick up the rest of that in one pass. I don't think we'll be able to though, but we can try. I think we are just a little bit out of yeah, it would have helped if I didn't miss a little bit, but it's fine. We can get that with the forage trailer. Right, last little bit then, guys, and we will put it into a time lapse. We'll get the other field done, and then we'll start trying to get some of this picked up in our rentable forage wagon. Yeah, there's not... Yeah, there's just that tiny little bit there that I missed. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just kind of shoot up here. And I'm gonna suck going this way for this tiny little bit. But yeah, it just groups it together, guys. There we go. So what we'll do, guys, we'll get the radio turned on and we'll listen to a little bit more of the YouTube music, We're going to get this windrow and we'll get as much of the foraging work as we can in the next couple of minutes. I've brought us back in roundabout now, guys. That seems to be taking quite a while to get to and from our farm. It doesn't help this is not the quickest tractor in the world. But as you can see, we have already filled a 23,000 litre container. Forage wagon already. And we pretty much did one headland. So that means we should be good, I reckon, for at least a good 100,000 litres. We've got at least another 2. Yeah, we've done 1. We'll get 2 off the other field. Maybe get 2 off this one. Yeah, we're in for about 100-ish thousand litres, I reckon. It would have been a lot more helpful if the silage drum had worked first time. For some reason, I had to put it like super close to it, which, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we are like this bit here. This was like the and especially when we were like 90% full on that first headland, it was so slow. But you know, we are managing to use the machinery we started with. And to be honest, I have been thinking about this, and I was thinking about it off recording. We don't really need a harvester now, and I'm wondering if we can maybe work enough over the winter and the spring to be able to upgrade our harvester. But that also means money in the bank by shifting it. I kind of want to get that folding header. I think the folding header will give us, well, it'll give us 7.2 meters, I think it is, off the top of my head, wide. but then when it folds up, it's no wider than the one we already have now, which we know we can fit down the lanes, but our current TX32 doesn't pull it. So we would probably be looking at something like the Class Dominator tractor. I know that pulls it from the previous versions of the game. Come on, little... I really don't want to come back to this field for like a tiny amount. We are coming back to this field for a tiny amount. We're not going to get all this in. I don't even know if it's going to be worth coming back for what's left on this map, on this field. I don't think it's going to be worth coming back for this, guys. I really don't. We're going to get that tiny little bit there. We're going to get that tiny bit there and that tiny little bit there. I think we will leave that grass on this field. And we will sell it. I don't think there's much point. There's maybe 3,000 litres. It's a long way extra to come up here for 3,000 litres in my eyes. I don't think it's worth it. I do need to turn the traffic back on though, guys. I do want to put the traffic back on. I only turned it off because I was what was I using the other day? Oh, it was the seeder, wasn't it? I kept getting the seeder stuck on the cars and that. Which won't be a problem when we can buy like a folding 6 meter one. That won't be a problem. But yeah, right now I don't see the point in keeping the traffic turned off. This is so slow. Come on. We are literally on the edge of our horsepower limit once again. We are constantly on the limit, but it was the difference between carrying an extra 3,000 litres. I think it was 3,000 litres. Whatever it was, it was the difference between carrying extra and yeah. I think it was worth it, to be honest. We will get this seeding done, the weeding, sorry. We will get the weeding done probably over the winter months. We need to have something to do over the winter months other than like feeding cows and stuff. So what I'm thinking is if we can do some contracts over the winter months to keep some money flowing in, we'll be able to buy a sprayer, which means we can then do fertilizing and we can do obviously weeding, you know, spraying herbicide. I think that's the best way to do that, in my opinion. So we can use... It's something else we can do over the winter months is what I was trying to say. That way, you know, we're not going to have we will have a quiet winter, but it won't be the difference between us doing absolutely nothing. Ooh, I only just made that bend. I forget that bend is there. I forget where it is every time. Right, let's try and get this reversed up here. I'm sure you'll only do 3 miles an hour. Seems to be your go-to speed in reverse. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Reversed like a pro, guys. Yeah, I don't see the point in going all the way back to that field for what I think is a couple of 1,000 litres. There we go. Beautiful. Lovely. Is there a way for me to get to that field down there? Because I don't fancy going all the way around this map just to get into that field, which is there's just no shot. Oh, maybe there is. I'm just trying to save a couple of minutes by... I don't mind going the roadway. I'm just trying to save a couple of minutes by going between the fields, basically. So I'd like to get this all compacted down, but we are going to have a couple of runs to do. So what I'm probably going to do, guys, I'm probably going to put this back into another little time lapse. We're going to get this field cleared. Depending on what there is to pick up, I might go pick that other field up. But right now, I'm not that fussed about it. I don't think it's worth going all that way for a couple of 1,000 litres. But, you know, if we have to come down here for a couple of 1,000 litres, it might be worth going across for a couple of 1,000 litres. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm going to get the radio turned back on, guys. We're going to get this this field cleared and we'll get this into the bunker. There we go. As you can see, that's another 5,793 litres. Yeah, that's going to give us approximately 100,000 litres. I'm definitely not going back to the other couple of thousand. It's not worth it, I don't think. There was all that grass there and it was only worth 5,700 litres. What's on the field further away? We're going to be lucky if it's a couple of thousand litres. And as you can see, we do still have quite a bit in our bunker anyway, so I think it's more than enough to see us through a winter. And while we prepare field 9 for the new grass field. Alright, just concentrating then on my reversing skills. We'll dump that into there. It doesn't really need to be neat and tidy. We're going to flatten it all down. Right, I am a little bit gutted that we're going to lose 7 litres of silage additive, but it's fine. It's fine. We don't need to really go crazy insane with that. Let's have a look at what we've got on loan. So we've got the windrow. We're going to return the windrow. We're going to return the forage wagon as well. Did get a little bit of money back on the base of that, so that's handy. Yeah, nothing new in the shop yet that is of any use to us. I swear something's gone though, because I'm sure that was there. Yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, let's go on to saving game. Let's go on to the map, guys. Let's get rid of that field there, £50,000. Let's get rid of that grass field there, 61,000. Nice. So that one was actually bigger than that one. Fair enough. And yeah, I think we need to be looking at something like, to be honest, what is in that field? Is that still got potatoes in it? Let's just find out what's going on with this field. They have the right, so the potatoes have withered in that field. But maybe we look at buying that field, because we don't have the equipment to harvest the potatoes anyway, so it wasn't going to be the end of the world. I am damaging that field a little bit driving over it, but yeah, we've got a few minutes just to start compacting this down. I'm sure I'm probably going to get stuck, guys. If I do get stuck, I will have to use some super strength. But I am going to do my ultimate best to get this leveled without using it. I'm trying to do my best to not use it in general. Hence why that time I had them bales that looked real trouble. Scabby. We do need to buy a straw baler as well at some point. No, a straw blower, not baler. My apologies for getting the words wrong. Yeah, I think that is looking very, very good indeed. Starting to level out now. Let's try and stick to the edge where we only do 2 wheels going like that, and try and level it out like that. I think that might be better for us. 97,796. Well, I kind of wish I'd have gone for the other grass now. It would have put us over 100,000 maybe. I feel well bad now. But I got it. That's my problem. I feel bad now for not going and getting it, but at the time I was adamant I weren't going for it. Oh, I do love how much this crushes now. Look at this. That's bloody awesome. There we go. Get that down there. 29%. So yeah, this is going to take a couple of minutes to do. There's not much we can do about that. I've got wide tyres on, and I can't get any bigger, I don't think. Oh, looking well good. Let's just go over this way a little bit. We're getting very close to this top edge here, and I don't want it to spill out. because it means more cleanup. Also, we don't have a bucket at the moment. Oh, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. I thought, oh, a couple of minutes. No, it's really not. It's taking a little bit longer. Let's try and get this just level down here just a little bit. I think that might help. There we go, look at that. Get that smoothed out a little bit. I think that'll make all the difference, really. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, we're gonna maybe look at increasing the time as well, guys, because 3 times isn't quite enough at the moment. Maybe up the time to 5 from the next episode. Will probably be in November. I don't see the point in being in this month. I think we will be looking at possibly some contracts over the winter months. This is taking forever, guys. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring us back when I've got this done, because I don't see the point in you guys just watching me go backwards and forwards. Right, there we go. 100% complete. Let's just get that wrapped up there. Do you really want it? Yes, I do. That should take about 3 months to do. So we do. I'm trying to make sure we've got enough feed here to feed our cows. Actually, I am a little concerned maybe we don't have enough right now. So let's just have a little look at our statistics on the cows. We have 8,000 litres of meadow grass. That is all we've got on meadow grass. Ooh, that's not gonna be enough, I don't think. Definitely doesn't look like there'll be enough there, but we'll see. If they run out of food, they run out of food. We have got some eggs over here. We've got 73 litres of eggs. We've got plenty of feed in that one. But yeah, so all we can really do now for the next episode, I am thinking of looking at, where are we? Got to find where I'm looking here. I think it's under animals. Straw blowers, there we go. 32,000 for that one. We've got 100, no we haven't, we've got 36,500 for that one. But there is a mod one that can connect to a front loader or a telehandler. So I'm thinking maybe we need to look into getting that mod in the series. It's about 10 to 12,000. It's not a case of trying to buy things cheap or all like that. It's just more a case of working within the money that we do have. So we have managed to get some money today. I am planning on putting that money straight back into the farm in another field. I'm just not sure which field it is we want to be buying. I was hoping to maybe look at getting this. We could maybe get this right now, field 87. That would bring us in some sheep. I do know that's a sheep field. Sorry, I was just having a cough. So I do know this is a sheep field. So maybe we can see how we survive over the winter months, and in spring maybe look at buying this. I think sheep would be a good way to expand the farm, because, you know, we would instantly, they would eat the hay from the field or the grass. They would obviously give us wool we can sell, which will help grow the farm a little bit quicker. And yeah, it's just another animal to have, really. So yeah, I'm tempted to keep hold of the money for now and maybe look at 87. But in the next episode, guys, we will probably be looking at some kind of contracts, because, you know, the winter months are coming. It will be November. I'm hoping that November hits a good price for the crops that we do have, because if we can sell some of the crops, absolutely brilliant. That will give us even more money in the bank, and maybe we can look at getting the sheep even quicker still. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit the like. If you don't already subscribe, think about hitting the subscribe button. I'm going to try and put out videos every day. And until the next one, guys, I'll see you all later on. Bye for now.